Drinking buddies, this episode is a couple weeks in the making, but we finally got this Old Forester 1924, well, a sample of it. So let's find out how good it is. Let's go.
I'm your drinking buddy.
So I took Early Times, Bottled and Bond, and I poured a sample in this sample vial. And then I took this one and I decided to put a barrel spiral in it. But I didn't have any barrel spirals, so I ordered one on Amazon. I went, I checked the front door, I got my package, I opened it up, I dropped that spiral in, and then I waited 2 weeks. And then I called up my friend Nick and I said, "Hey Nick, you got Old Forester 1924. Will you give me a sample?" And he's like, "Sure, because you're awesome." I don't think he said that, but I feel like he thinks that. And then I was like, Jack Daniel's 10. Let's throw that in there too. Anyway, drinking buddies. Also Brown-Forman. This is 97 proof. The Old Forester 1924 is 10-year-old Old Forester at 100 proof. The Early Times Bottled and Bond. Why are we using that? Well, it's the same mash bill as the Old Forester 1924. This product is no longer owned by Brown-Forman, but they're still using up the old Brown-Forman Early Times stock. And this is the same juice that makes King of Kentucky. And so I wanted to see what it would taste like if we aged one up a little bit with a barrel spiral. Got these poured blind in my dark black Glen, so I don't know what I'm drinking. Whatever's in glass one here smells really nice. So it's very sweet tea forward. A little cherry, subtle like medicinal cherry. And there's some like some old books, leather shoes type vibes on here. Older bourbon notes. Okay, so that's really nice. That has got some tobacco. That's got some brown sugar, bourbon vanilla, a little bit of leather on here. Tastes like kind of getting into the older bourbon territory. That's very good. Very different nose from glass one. This is more, there's a little bit of herbs here. And vanilla. Less prominent nose. This is a more prominent, more vibrant nose. This is a little more subtle. They've all been sitting in the glasses for about 15 minutes. That's bananas. That's a little nutty. Caramel. That's not as good as glass one. Now this is a very similar nose to glass one. This one smells just like glass one, only you upped the medicinal cherry a little bit. Oh yeah, that's really good. Spiciness on the tip of my tongue. That cherry really coats my whole mouth in flavor. That actually tastes like glass one, just dialed up a little bit. That's better than glass one. That's really good. Now we have a very unique nose compared to the other three. Well, it is a little flat, like the second one, where it's not as vibrant as glasses 1 and 3 was on the nose. Here we have like cinnamon. There's oak here. This is the first one where I nosed oak. And vanilla again. That is very caramely. That is a caramel bomb. Subtle banana thing on the finish. Very subtle though. Yeah, vanilla carried through on the palate, cinnamon carried through on the palate. Whatever that is not exceptional. I like glasses 1 and 3 better. So, yeah, I'm going to go through these one more time and then I will let you know which one is the best. if you should be running out to the store hunting this Old Forester 1924 or not. So after going through them a second time, there are two that stand up as being better than the rest. This one is, I believe, by far the best one. I think this is by far the best one. And then this is second best. On the second time through, this one feels like third best. And this, I actually don't like at all. Whatever's in this class, I'm fully comfortable. If it ends up being the Jack, that, you know, a bottle that I've talked about how much I like, I fully accept that, because there was a little bit of a banana thing here, but there's just not much here. This is... I get like ethanol, a little banana, vanilla. Man, I'm saying it's not even close. This has got to be just the regular early times, because this is not even close to the other three. But yeah, this is by far my favorite, was this one. So, I guess let's see what we got here. Let's go least favorite first. Guys, I really hope you didn't drop $150 on this bottle. This might be the Wild Turkey Masters Keep voyage of this year, because this is not good whiskey. This is not good. Now, I will say taste is subjective, and you know, I maybe it's just not to my palate, but I recommend if you own this bottle or you want to try this bottle and maybe you have a friend that has it, maybe you can ask for a sample, blind it against some other bottles, because I actually, like, very rarely do I call I like all bourbon. I like all bourbon. Very rarely do I call a bourbon bad, and I would actually say this is borderline terrible. Wow, I'm sorry, I'm normally not this negative. Wow, I am shocked. All right, so in the third place was this one. All right, well, I wouldn't have guessed that. Home aged, not as good as the regular, I guess. Maybe it needs more time, so I'm going to revisit this in a month, see where it's at. But I have heard some people say that, you know, those spirals, the whiskey that you put them in might not work with the flavor profile of that particular spiral. And, you know, this is just a regular virgin American oak that was toasted at that was charred at a level 4. So this one was my next favorite. That is the regular early times, which means my favorite was the Jack. Okay, that's not shocking results, because Jack 10 is a wonderful bottle. And here's the funny thing. Jack 12 just absolutely stomps this bottle. So, wow. All right. This was wild. I might get canceled for my opinion of this. I think this is, don't buy this bottle unless you can try it first. Cheers, drinking buddies. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.